We are all a judge, a real judge. You can call yourself a celestial judge, a cosmic judge, whatever you want. Think of it as this: the system is your source, meaning your particular branch of where you judge and what you are judging. The plaintiff and the defendant is yin and yang, black and white, good and evil, happy, sad, ugly, beautiful, yin and yang. So you're judging this plaintiff and this defendant within this system that ultimately you trust, you abide by. Even if you don't trust, you abide by it, and you put your trust in it because you're sitting there judging people based off of it. So you are the judge. You are the celestial judge. You are the cosmic judge. You are the system as well, meaning you are the highest authority of the system at hand at that present moment, judging two entities, one could say, almost in a spectating fashion. Like there are private, cases. However, there are public cases, and this is a ongoing affair. However, the plaintiff constitutes or makes the defendant, and the defendant makes the plaintiff. Without the yin, there's no yang. Without both, there's no judge. Without the judge, there's no system. Without the system, we'd most likely not be having this conversation. We would just know this. But yeah, this is where we are. In a place where we're constantly judging ourselves, where we are the judge and we are the direct reflection of our system, and we're judging ourselves constantly, the yin and yang of ourselves, the dark side of ourselves, the light side. And in this time, it's not that either one ever wins. In those court cases, yes, someone does, I wouldn't say even earn something. Everything that is received is what is due. If the defendant walks away with all his hair intact, her hair intact, well, it was owed. Nothing came from that. If the plaintiff walks away with all their hair intact, all his hair intact, nothing gained. It was only what was owed. So there really truly is no winner or no loss. That is the true spirit of yin and yang. Good and bad, ugly, beautiful, emptiness and form, non-existence and solid. It's what actually makes it. You see, emptiness, if we were to look at the plaintiff, take emptiness and form. We'll use emptiness as the plaintiff, form as the defendant. The point of that is even to say it's not meant to be understood. Because once you try to understand it, now you're sitting in the spectator spot. You're not using the authority of the judge. You see, the judge doesn't try to look at the plaintiff and the defendant, nothingness or non-existence, and form and say, oh, okay, which one's right, which one's wrong. No, that's not the case. It's more off of a balancing of nothingness. Like, who really came in here with nothing, or something, depending on the perspective of, what's going on. Like, the judge is not looking at the plaintiff and saying, oh, I think they're more right. No, they're saying, well, I think they're being a little bit more open, and what is the reason? What is the meaning of open? You think of a door. Well, a door constitutes, when you see a door that's open, that constitutes there's something from within. If you see a door in the middle of the street, it means nothing. This is essentially what judging, or yes, actually sitting in the authority of the cosmic judge, the celestial judge of yourself and the cosmos, and you're sitting there judging yin and yang, like, oh, like I should be this, or I shouldn't be that, or they shouldn't be this, or they shouldn't be that, or I'm negative or I'm positive. You realize that's essentially just like I just explained. Like, you're sitting there and you see a door open, right? If you've seen a door open, that's a little weird in the neighborhood. You're like, oh, that door's open. You notice the inside of the house. If you see a door in the middle of the street, you realize it has no purpose. There was nothing there. You don't even think about what was within. You don't have that thought. You just literally see an empty, or you just see, not empty, you just see a door, in the street. You don't think about the house. You don't think about, oh, like what was in there. No. First thing you're going to see is like, damn, that thing's in the way. That's an obstruction. This is exactly what happens when we judge the plaintiff or the defendant as if they're supposed to be right or wrong. When we're judging yin and yang as if it's right or wrong. This is exactly what happens. Because the whole point is not to even understand the plaintiff or the defendant. No. See, this is a revolving door. It's going around all day. It's just to accept what constitutes the meaning of both. Is something is within and something is, without. And with both of those, not together or not separate, just what it is. It's just what it is. There's something within and there's something without. Yin and yang. Think of it like a door of a house. When you look at the door of a house, when you see it closed or you see it open, you know, oh, there's something within and I'm on the outside, unless you're inside. When you're inside, if you're looking outside, why don't you just go outside instead of saying, oh, it sucks in here? That is literally the obstruction. That is when your life and your energy is like a door in the middle of the street. You're not the cosmic judge anymore. You're not the celestial judge. You're just kind of in the way. And it's not your own fault. It's just a door constitutes something that is there. But it's the house that fulfills its authority. And that specifically is why, I drove that point home, because let's say there's a cat in the road sitting on top of this door. It's not the same as a cat inside the house. Now the cat is not safe. Now the cat is an obstruction. You see, everything that is connected and is a part of this obstruction of this judging right or wrong side of yin and yang is like that. When you are judging yourself as good or evil, or beautiful or ugly, well, everything else is going to be like that as well. And everything else is going to be like that. It's like, if you're that door and then you're judging everything is good or right or wrong, well, everything else that you have or don't have is going to go in that, road too. You say you have a dream, well, when it's right in the middle of the road, people are going to run it over. They're like, get out of the way. It's too much. Like, this is obstruction. They're going to call the police. They're going to lock you up. So, however, when we get with it, meaning knowing that yin constitutes yang, our good constitutes our evil, our ugliness constitutes our beautifulness, and our nothingness, us thinking, oh, they're going to think I'm gone for so long, or maybe I should reach out. That constitutes, when you meet each other again. It's all one thing. And when you are not looking at, as a cosmic judge, as a celestial judge, when you're not looking at the plaintiff and the defendant, yin and yang, as right or wrong, but as both as emptiness and form, you know. One should be fulfilling the emptiness role, one should be fulfilling the form role, and they're going to go back and forth, and it's not up to you to say who is right or wrong. They're going to say that themselves. You're just sitting there kind of getting a good laugh out of it, and when it's all said and done, you know, there's going to be so much clarity, not just for the plaintiff and the defendant, yin and yang, the celestial judge, even the system, but the people spectating as well. You see, when we get out of the way, and there is no getting out of the way. I mean, when the door is in the right place, when you're in the right place and you're as a celestial judge and you are not caring endlessly without a grasp on anything, if I could just put it, you know, in a way, when you are this way, everything is as you are. When you are that door to the house, everything is as you are. There is a within and there is a without. And you realize there is a within and a without with everything, and that everything realizes it with you, and you are one with and without one another at all times, in perfect harmony, in perfect synchronicity. Synchronicity. Either way, I hope this helps. Actually, I know this helps. And if it doesn't, who cares?